Good morning, everybody. It's 10 minutes to 2 a.m., December 21st, 2022. I am just making out a few Christmas cards, trying to send them to people, who've sent me stuff in the mail, and it doesn't feel like Christmas this year. Just got so much going on, and Donna's now moved to a rehab in Madison, Connecticut for a little while. They said she probably won't be back until after Christmas. Then she'll be probably having home care here or whatever. As for all that drama with the social worker thing or whatever, she's being pressured into applying for assisted living for her daughter. Somewhere cheaper, at least anyway, or cheaper apartment for now, because she can't afford to keep paying so much for her daughter. Her daughter keeps draining her, and she is putting an application in also because there's a waiting list for an apartment, also for herself. That's more of like a, I guess, elderly retirement community type of thing, but that puts me obviously in a bad spot because I am not ready to be able. There's no way I can get my own place, so I am terrified. But I'm just gonna have to trust God that He's gonna provide me somehow with a place to live or a home and a better job and whatever that can actually make enough money to survive. Because, but anyway, whatever. I'm just tired of talking about it. I really am. It puts knots in my stomach. It's really wearing me. My hair's been falling out. I'm just a nervous wreck over it. But she's saying to me tonight, I had to go there and bring her a suitcase full of stuff at this place, this rehab. And she said, Steve, she's like, don't worry. My financial advisor advised me that, you and I are fine as long as I'm alive or in good health and I'm able to stay in my mobile home. You have a place to live, but if I end up having to go and move somewhere else, I know I was going to leave you the trailer or sell you the trailer, but for real cheap. She's like, but I'm probably not going to be able to do that. I know I promised you I would. She's like, but I'm being talked out of it. Ow. Stomach prime. Do you ever sit down for too long and have your belt buckle dig into your skin, and then when you go to move it, it hurts real bad. Anyway, I've been sitting here for hours trying to write out cards to people. So anyway, I guess I'm not going to get the mobile home now, and I knew it. I figured. I had a feeling, and now I'm kind of kicking myself for putting thousands and thousands and like 10 grand over the past couple of years into this place because I'm going to lose it all. She's going to end up selling it and liquidating the place, and I lose all of my stuff, my furniture, all the money I put into remodeling the place and fixing the place. That's why she was going to leave me the trailer either way, because the trailer is technically, according to the park, not worth more than 10 grand, and I've already sunk way more than that, probably, or at least that much into repairs of this place. She could not fix it. She's been living in it as is, with leaks and whatever, broken bathroom, and I got her washer and dryer. She didn't have that here, This I don't even want to get into what I, have done. It's just not fair, because I was supposed to be getting on my own 2 feet the past 2-3 years and saving money so that I could be able to buy a place of my own. And she kept saying, oh, you're going to stay here with me, I need you, you're not going to be able to afford there's not going to be a cheaper place. I'm leaving you the place. I want you to have the place, stay here as long as I'm here. And then, if I die, it's yours. And if I go into a home or something, I still have money in my IRA and I make $3,000, a month from Social Security, so I'll be more than fine either way. I don't need the trailer. You put so much money into it. You furnished the place, whatever. And now she's changed her mind and decided she's going to liquidate everything, which is basically stealing from me and leaving me homeless with no hope of being able to get my own place because I don't have credit. My credit is shot. I have a bunch of repos on my credit. My credit score has been damaged beyond recognition. I don't have a good paying job in the past 5 years. Just the one I have, which is like minimum wage and part time most of the time. I have no money saved now because all the savings I tried saving over the past 3 years is gone into this house and into Donna and her daughter and other things. But anyway, Merry Christmas to me. It doesn't feel like Christmas at all. No family, no friends. Lost a bunch of friends. 2 people turned against me the past week. A good friend ended the friendship with me 3 weeks ago over a girl. All my other closest friends are dead. Any family members who actually loved me are dead. And, the holidays are just so... Why bother celebrating them? I decorated this whole house for Donna. All that stuff is my Christmas decorations from the other house I had. And now she's not even going to be here for Christmas. And even if she was, she and I can't even afford to buy each other gifts. And I can't get anybody anything this year. People have been, sending me, a little bit of money here and there or gifts. But I can't even send anything back to you people. And I feel terrible because I don't have any money to do that. And I bought these cards for I don't even know, $8 or whatever it was for the box. And I only have 6 cards, so I'm trying to send it out to people who sent me money and gifts. So the least I could do is a thank you for the donations. But anyway, I'm tired. I have to get up for a really early doctor's appointment tomorrow, and I just got out of work not too long ago, and I've got to get this stuff done, and I have a real busy day again tomorrow. And even though Donna hasn't been here, every day has been busy for me and stressful because I've got to get her, do things for her. She calls me up, I need this, I need you to go buy this, I need you to mail this out, I need you to call this person, I need you to schedule this appointment, cancel this appointment, pick me up in the hospital and bring me to, the rehab place, and pack my suitcase, and I want all these things, and go to the bank and pay the taxes, and I did all, and now tomorrow I have a bunch of bills I got to figure out. I got to pay for her and paperwork to do, and it's just all the stuff that she would normally be doing for herself. Even though she's been in the hospital, I have to do it all. So, and I'm behind on all my bills and stuff I have to make out still and pay. I got my taxes done today and her taxes, but that was it. I need to get my, it's going to cost almost $200 to get my passport renewed. Of course, it just, today, the 21st or 22nd, it expires. So now I got to go figure out how I'm going to get a passport renewed, the quickest way. That's not going to be an hour drive. So anyway, that's that. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it's just been a hell of a lot of just non-stop kicks while you're down, and people could be so, you think you're friends with people, and they could be such, I can't even say the word because I'm a Catholic, but you know what I want to say, and when you're already down, when you reach out or you make a video and pour your heart out, why do I do that? Not for the drama effect, but for prayers. Because what else are you going to give me? Unless you want to send money, I could always use that. You want to buy me a house? Fine. I doubt that's going to happen. So, yeah, at least I let people know what's going on, if they care, and prayers, and, you never know if somebody can help you out in some way. I'm not in a position to not be able to ask for help. But, then you get people you think are friends, and they go and they write you nasty things, and they challenge you, and they say they, all these things that are not true because they don't really know you, so because, of course, they're not really your friend. They're just more of acquaintances, and I think highly of people who are nice to me. I immediately love people as soon as I meet them. If you're good to me, I just love you. And I'm not always a happy person, so if somebody's got a happy personality, whatever, it really lifts me up, and I just love you. I love being around happy, positive people. But then, when those people show their true colors or you know, you say, oh, hey, somebody bought me a car, or somebody sent me money, or somebody sent me a gift, or whatever. Then all of a sudden the daggers come out, and it's like jealousy. Like, well, I've always had to work for my stuff. All you people want to do is ask for handouts. You know, oh, always crying for charity, and this. It's like, you don't understand. I've worked hard my whole life. When you tell me to get a job, I want to reach through the phone and grab you by the throat. Because, honestly, I have worked my ass off my whole life. Sorry for the language. And just because you don't know, you don't understand the reasons why I only work part-time right now. You know, and again, I have to keep defending myself and explaining myself. First of all, I've had many surgeries and lost very good jobs and been laid up for six months at a time, lost everything because of it. No one to help me or take care of me. I don't have family. I don't have any real friends, like close friends or real friends. I don't have a great paying job. I've lost them. I had a good one this time last year, but Donna kept ending up in the hospital and getting sick, and she needed somebody here, so she couldn't afford care, so I left my full-time job to go back to caretaking again part-time. It's like I'm trying to help her because she's giving me a roof over my head, and that's part of the deal. I don't pay rent. Well, I do end up paying rent here. I buy groceries. I do a lot of stuff. I put like $10,000 into the place already. But the point is, I have a place to stay, and she said she would leave it to me and all this other stuff, or let me have it one day. And now she's changed her mind because people keep getting in her head, and they don't understand. This woman came knocking on the door early this morning. Where's Donna? I have a gift for her. I haven't seen or heard from her in a while. Blah, 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 blah. And she already knows everything about me and all that stuff, but she wanted to give me 20 questions and, give me her opinion on me being here and all this stuff. I'm like, do you want to come and live in here and take care of her? Do you want to do it? You're such a good church friend? Well, then go mind your business. Merry Christmas to you, too. You don't need to come here and I'm just, whatever. People are just, what is wrong with people? It's Christmas season. Everybody's been a douchebag to me, like, all of a sudden. I thought people were happier around Christmas time. Is there something in that vaccine that's screwed everybody up? I mean, I don't get it. First of all, I try very hard to be a man of God. Okay? I promised God I'd be a priest, and I still try to be one even as a layperson. So, don't do that to me. Second of all, I do a lot for people all the time, and I give all my time and energy and money to other people, and so I don't have much for myself, okay? I don't see anybody else, even in the church, doing that, okay? Maybe because it's stupid, according to them, but I'm not a selfish person. I'm a selfless, I've always been that way, which is why I don't have a lot in life. I try to put God first and others. And so in this world, it's every man for yourself, I've been told a million times this month. And I'm not an every man for themselves type of person. So, I don't need to be kicked while I'm down. And that's when everybody comes out of the woodwork. Like, as soon as I make a video saying, oh, this is happening, I might be homeless on the street, I'm scared, whatever, everybody starts digging and kicking, and you deserve it. Oh, well, why don't you get a job, you bum? Oh, what are you asking for, someone to help you? Oh, yeah, I am, okay? So go kick snowballs. Like, what the hell? What's your issue? So I should just die in the 20-degree weather after all I do for people in my life? Well, where's all your money? Well, you don't work. I don't work? I work 7 days a week. Most of it for free, okay? Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 hours a week. So a day. 4 to 6 hours a day. I bust my butt. I drive far distances to take care of people, okay? I go to church as much as I can. My whole weekend is church and ministry. I do ministry all throughout the week for people. I pray for people, okay? Like, you don't understand. I live a Christian life first and then worldly. Okay, I understand most people do the world thing first, and jobs and careers and fun, and everybody's going to holiday parties and drinking and all that stuff. Well, I don't have money to buy McDonald's, let alone go drinking and blowing it at a bar. Okay, and that's not how I am anyway. I'm a Christian. I don't do that stuff. Very rarely, on special occasions, will I go to a bar, usually with a fife and drum or something, and maybe have a drink or so. I don't do what they do. I'm not like most people. I can't be. And if you knew what I knew and saw the things I saw that God showed me, and if you had a special mission from God, you would be doing the same thing. You'd be like me. But, again, I don't know. I'm trying not to rant and rave. I'm just upset, because this is supposed to be Christmas time, And every time around this year, it's not only sad and depressing that my fiance is dead and I still miss her, and that ended badly, and my dad's gone, and my family orphaned me, and all my closest friends recently have abandoned me over the past couple years because seminary didn't work out, and then a couple more this past couple weeks, and over the stupidest things, and these are people that I've known for a long time who you really think would be there and would take a bullet for you. They're good Catholic men, and then all of a sudden a girl comes into the picture, and the girlfriend doesn't like me, so goodbye 10-year friendship with Steve. Hello, girl, who's going to screw you over anyway, and I warned you, but whatever. And so, is that right? It just really, it's like been attack after attack after attack, betrayal after betrayal, financial issue after financial issue. The cat died. Donna's in the hospital. I'm possibly losing the roof over my head. Merry Christmas. It's freezing cold outside. I have a go-nowhere job. I'm not happy. I try to be happy. Then to be, oh, you have depression. Oh, you have anxiety. Wouldn't you if you were in my shoes? Do you have any... most people have not had to deal with the things I've had to deal with in life. How many of you could honestly say your entire family, after your father died, threw you to the street and will never talk to you again? For nothing, because you wanted to go be a priest. How many people can say that their fiance died of cancer? Or the girl she wasn't my fiance. She asked me to marry her. I said no at the time because I wanted to be a priest. Then I rethought about it. Then she got cancer. We had a falling out. She died. I didn't even get to say goodbye to her. I was running around looking for her because I had the engagement ring. Nobody would tell me the truth that she was in hospice, and she friggin' died. Okay? Now, can you say you've been through that? No, probably not. Okay? Have you had cancer scare after cancer scare and surgery after surgery? Have you been crushed in I don't want to get into my life. Okay? I've lost so much, and I still keep going every day. Do you know how many people I know killed themselves already for a lot less? Literally. Depression, suicide, whatever. People who had more going for them than me. I also outlived some good friends who had college degrees, marriages, kids, everything I could ever want, and they're dead. Car accident, boom, never came home. Just like that. And here I am. So I'm trying to be grateful for what I do have, and I'm trying to inspire other people to still follow Christ, no matter the beatings, because it's called the road to the cross. But I feel like I'm the only one cheering me on lately, and what am I doing it for sometimes if it's not, I'm getting negative attacks all the time. It just makes no sense. If you don't want to give me a donation, don't give me donations. I'm not asking anybody for anything. But people do send me stuff, and I have a right to have it if they want to give me something. But I just can't believe the minute some of these people, and some of them are supposed to be Christians, that they're closer. My circle stinks. I'm better off alone, honestly, because the people you think are friends, the minute somebody does something nice for you, wait a minute, they put you in the will? Oh, nobody would ever do. Why can't you just work for yourself? I wouldn't do that. Nobody would ever do that for me. Why can't you say thank you, God, for taking care of Stephen? He loves you and he loves others. He really needs the help. I don't have a 6-figure income like some of you. So what are you trying to take what little I have from me? Somebody bought me a car last year because I needed it to keep my job, and they wanted me to stay working for them, so they got me a car. It was 11 years old. It needed work, but it's a car. My car broke down. It was not fixable. I didn't have $6,000 to put into it, so they got me a car. You had to hear the slack I got, and it was a nice car. You don't have any business driving a luxury Buick around. Why? Why don't I have business driving a LaCrosse? Why? Somebody bought that for me. I didn't ask for it. I needed it. I was looking at rust buckets. I got something nice. Somebody wanted to bless me with something nice. Probably because they have to be driven around in it. So, yeah, if you're going to buy someone, your employee, your servants, a car that they're going to be driving you around in all the time, you probably want something nice, especially if you're a millionaire. Okay? So, I got to deal with slack for that. Oh, don't you feel stupid asking for stuff or accepting? No! Because when you have nothing and you really have no other option, I tried getting a car. My credit was finally up to 600. They knocked it down by running my credit 7 times at dealerships to try to get, and then I never ended up with a car. Okay? So there was nothing, now I have like 400 and something credit. I can't even, there was a mobile home right next door that I could have gotten for 10 grand. It ended up selling for 30,000, but I could have gotten it for 10 grand, move-in ready. It was a friend of mine who died. And the family wanted to help me out. First they were offering it to me for whatever I could afford. Then they said 6. Then they said 10. So I was approved for 6 by the bank, but they wanted it 10. And I'm like, okay. So I went back to the bank and they said, no, your credit's so bad that we'd have to give you so much interest, charge you so much interest, you wouldn't be able to pay it. So we're not going to give you the loan. We already ran your credit once for the $6,000 personal loan. Now we're not going to run it again. It's just going to knock you down more. So they sold it to some stranger for $30,000. A drug dealing stranger who's never even there, and he uses it as a house where they just people come and go at night, 2 a.m, different people coming in and out, and the police are always there. Real nice, real nice. I'm a Christian. I could have lived there and afforded it for myself. I could have been able to live there affordably and take care of Donna next door still, and had a roof over my head. But no, not me. God forbid. And so what am I supposed to do? And I don't even know why I bothered saying anything to anybody anymore, because nobody's going to be able to help me and nobody cares. So, and they couldn't help me if they wanted to. But do not look at poor people, especially poor Christians, down your nose at them. You do not know people's situation. I am not a drug addict. I'm not a criminal. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not an abuser. I've done nothing to deserve this. Just a series of events that happened in my life that were out of my control. I couldn't help that my father had leukemia, that I took years off to take care of him. Okay, I can't help it that I was smashed up in accidents and needed multiple spinal surgeries and still need more. That I have disabilities. I can't help it that I lost good jobs. I can't help it that I can't get a good job now because my credit score stinks. I had some government jobs that wanted to hire me until they saw my credit score. Also, now we have the stupid vaccine mandate. I'm an anti-vaxxer. Can't get some jobs now because of that. So COVID came and went. I was on the front line working with COVID patients in these facilities where people were dying all around me. I risked my life. Okay, for I think I was getting 13 an hour at the time in 2020. Okay, right out of seminary, on the street, homeless, need a job. So I went and risked my life to get back into that. That was all I was offered at the time. I did it. Okay? I mean, people, I don't know why people think so poorly of me. I really don't. I'll tell you why. It's because they don't like what I preach. If they don't like that I'm preaching Christianity, and then they don't like how I preach. They want to hear this liberal, democratic, progressive, modern, new age crap, ecumenical, liberal, fallen away apostate Bible preaching. That's what they want. I can't do that. Because I know it's not true. I know that I know. I would risk my life for it. And I do risk my life for it. And so I have to preach the true, traditional. Jesus said he's never going to change. His word is never going to change. So why are all these pastors and priests, and even the Pope, preaching stuff that is totally unbiblical and going exactly opposite of what Jesus said? Why are you going to risk the fires of hell and lead nations into hell with you? I'm not doing it. I don't care if the Pope excommunicates me. I'm not going to break God's law for a man. It took me a long time to get where I am. I was a wretched sinner. There's nothing I haven't done. But when Jesus gets a hold of you, you do it. You let him change you. I mean, what am I going to continue living a lie and end up in hell? It's not. My life sucks already. It's hell enough. I don't want to spend eternity in hell. This is bad enough. I sometimes pray for death because I don't know what else I'm going to do. It's like, Lord, it's been almost 43 years of this. If you ever knew my life, you'd probably cry. I'm not trying to ask for sympathy. I'm telling you. You don't know since the moment I was born the hell I've been through. How many times I almost died. My own mother, she wasn't well, almost killed me. Tried to kill me a couple times. She killed herself eventually. Beautiful woman, troubled, alcoholic. I came from an abusive, wealthy family. Cinderella story, literally. She thought she was doing me a favor. I wish she kind of succeeded, honestly. I'm not, because my life has been cursed ever since. and I'm the only Christian in the family, and it just you don't understand my life. You really don't know what I've gone through for 42 years already, and I'm tired, and I have to keep going because we have to survive. And being a Christian on top of it, I can't just live for myself. I have to take care of neighbor and elderly people who depend on me and people who follow me for ministry. So yeah, I'm not always the best example. I'm sorry I'm not all full of the joy of the Lord. Yay. Maybe I would be when things are stable, but I have not had stability in many years since my dad died and my family threw me out and I had to end up in this trailer park in a rundown trailer, went bankrupt trying to keep the place up because it kept falling apart on me, and I only made $15 an hour at the time, working 80 hours a week. My dogs died. They were both diabetic. They needed a lot of money and insulin every week. It was really hard. You know, like me and the dogs were eating McDonald's and TV dinners and whatever we could get because we couldn't afford food. Like, it was horrible. And then I ended up getting a chance to go to seminary. My dream come true since childhood. I wanted to be a priest. Finally, I go there, and I get treated so unchristianly, wretchedly horrible. The things they did. I could not believe it. And knowing that I had nowhere else to go because I sold my home, left my job, my family disowned me, I couldn't come back. I was told not to come back to Connecticut. I had nowhere to go. So I'm stuck in the wintertime in Wisconsin, and these people are abusing me and threatening me and literally and so finally I had no choice but to leave. But so I pack up a U-Haul and I drive back here. Where was I going? I had no idea where I was going to end up. Then Donna needed help anyway. She had a stroke, and so I was staying with her for a week, and then she had a stroke and collapsed on the floor, major stroke. Luckily I was here because it was nighttime. She was all alone. Nobody would even find her. And so I was able to get her to the hospital. And that ended up happening like 4 more times. Then she had COVID pneumonia twice and almost died in her bed. I brought her out, called 911. I mean, she's been a very sick woman for the past 3 years, and I've been tending to her. She can't afford care. You know, she'd have to go into a facility and liquidate everything. She doesn't want to do that because she also has a mentally ill daughter she supports. So she doesn't want anything to happen to her. So I've saved this woman a lot of money by living here, and I cook for her. I do everything for her. She can't do much. She can't even drive anymore. And what do I get from people? Why are you living with an old woman? What are you doing? Are you trying to extort her? Are you abusing her? Whoa. Why can't somebody just be a good person I was friends with that woman for many years before I even moved in here. I've been taking care of her since 2015 when she broke her leg and was in a wheelchair. I, as a neighbor, even though I was working 60 hours a week, helped her for free because she had no one. You know, I furnished her whole house. When I moved to Wisconsin for seminary, I gave her almost all my stuff. She had nothing. You know, like, it's just, I don't know. I'm just such a monster. I'm a bad person. A bad preacher. People just don't want to like me. And they don't want to help you. And I don't even ask for help. Because God, I ask Him. I pray every night. And I'm like, Lord, I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills tomorrow. I don't know where it's going to come from. And He always sends what I need. Like, somebody sent me, I got a Christmas gift from my boss for $300. And I'm like, thank you, that was very nice of you. And then, guess what? The very next day, I needed that $300 because that's what it cost to put the cat down for Donna. So, and now I just spent another $300 on her taxes. She's going to give it back to me, but I couldn't get it into her account, and I was at the place and I needed to pay the taxes today, so I got the taxes done for her. It came out of my account again. Okay, every time I get something, it ends up going back. And the other money other people sent me recently ended up going to her cat and cat food and other things she needed and groceries for her and gas for her and all this stuff. And then she ended up in the hospital. And so, you know, I don't know what people think of me. The only thing I have to look forward to or had to look forward to as far as a social life is an occasional fife and drum gig. And I can't even do that anymore. My back has gotten so bad that I can't even march in a parade. Like, even a 5-minute parade. because they keep making me hold a flag, and I can't hold the flag even in a holster. It puts me in a bad situation where there's a tumor in my spinal cord. I can't do it. I do it anyway. I keep getting stuck doing it, and they don't realize the agony it puts me through. I'm in tears the whole parade. I don't say anything. Everybody else is complaining, oh, it's too cold, oh, this is so hard. You have no idea the pain I'm in. And then I'm stuck in bed for 4 days because I can't walk, literally. Why do I do it to myself? Because I would have no friends. I would never see anybody, and I would never have a break from church and elderly care if I didn't get to be part of something like that. And I love the music, and I really like the people. They don't like me so much, I can tell. They never invite me anywhere because I'm so Christian, and they're not. But you know what? They're liberal, I'm not. But I love them anyway. I treat everybody with the love of the Lord. Unless you, even when you do me dirty, even if you punch me in the face, I'm quick to forgive because it's not worth going to hell over. Jesus meant what he said. You better forgive or your Father will not forgive you. And so I have to forgive so many people, so many things, but it doesn't mean that I don't lay there in bed at night, not only in pain, sleepless nights, but my mind is going on the past, and I try to just forget it, all the terrible things that people have done to me, and then I was like, why is my life the way it is? And I keep going over and over trying to figure out what it was so I can have a solution to it, like, okay, learn from it, what did you do to deserve... And then I keep realizing, and I'm not trying to blame people, I'm not a narcissist. It was what other people did to me that really put me in these situations. Like, I mean, I'm the first one to admit when I do something wrong. And God's not, he sees everything, so I can't lie because he knows anyway, and I don't need to go to hell for being a liar. So I sit there and I'm like, I did everything I could in each situation. But, like, how was I supposed to know my dad was going to die? How was I supposed to know that my family was going to kick me out of the family and sell the house, which I was supposed to be inheriting? How was I supposed to know that I was going to need all these surgeries and get hurt? How was I supposed to know that seminary wasn't going to work out? Do you really think I would have gone all the way out there for a 6-month stint to be attacked, kidnapped, threatened, and end up on the street? No, I would not have. I certainly wouldn't have gone to that order. I mean, some people just get dealt a cruddy hand in life. It doesn't have to be that they did something terrible. And you know what I'm starting to find out? And I'm not trying to praise myself or puff myself up by any means, because I'm a wretched sinner, trust me. I am no saint. But I'm realizing that the better you are, the more loving you are, the more Christ-like you are, the more serious about your faith you are, the more you get the crap end of the stick in this world. Because the devil runs things down here. According to Jesus, the devil runs things down here right now. And he says the world takes care of its own. But you're no longer of the world, you're following me, and the world will hate you. Well, ever since I started following, before I started becoming a serious Christian, I had whatever I wanted. I had beautiful sports cars. I was making enough money and doing movie gigs and even extra work and modeling stuff and whatever. And I was enjoying my life. And I had so many friends and girls flocking to me and whatever. Because I was Steve Dedello and I was on TV all the time and I had a nice car and I was always paying taking my friends out all the time and just giving my money away. The minute I became a Christian, or the minute I lost my job, my car, I quit acting, every one of them, all of them, just gone. And the last few stragglers went to my father's funeral and I never saw him again. That was it. I got a hug, sorry for your loss, and then they never answered the phone again. They must have known, I'm not going to be here for this because I know Steve and his father were very tight, and I'm not going to be the one to have to comfort Steve and let him cry on my shoulder because I know he's going to be going through hell right now without his dad, and I know his family's going to turn on him. His father always said they would, and we're not going to be here during his toughest time. And then my best friend / ex-girlfriend, who I was going to marry, I was going to ask her to marry me. She decides right after my dad dies, my family's throwing me out, I'm moving into a mobile home, I have a crap job, my car got repoed, I was in a major accident, got hurt, broke my neck, and then she decides, that, because I said no to marriage a year earlier or whatever, that she's tired of waiting around for me and she's gonna just let me go. She's gotta go. And I'm like, why can't we still be friends? I'm like, Jeannie, I love you, but I'm really going through hell right now. Like, I can't think about marrying. What are you, marry you? I don't even have money. Like, I'm losing everything. This is why I need you right now. Like, I at least need to, why would you abandon me when I need you the most? I lost my father. I'm losing my health. I'm losing my family. And she left me too. Then she ended up with cancer and she died. And she told me she had beat the cancer. Meanwhile, I decided, you know what? I'm not going to find a girl like that. She was by my side since I was 16. We got arrested together. We did everything together. I mean, that girl we got arrested for rollerblading in the stupid high school one time. But, I mean, we were partners in crime. We were thick as thieves throughout high school. And, you want to marry your best friend. That girl, I moved to Florida in 2005. She moved to Florida. I moved back to Connecticut. She moved back to Connecticut. I mean, wherever I went, she was there. Every wedding, every funeral. That's the kind of girl that you want to marry because she's your best friend and lover and whatever. But I felt a call to ministry. And then when I said, you know what? No, I almost lost her to cancer. I'm going to marry her. Well, I couldn't find her because she told everyone not to tell me that she hadn't beaten the cancer. She didn't want me to see her that way or whatever. She didn't want me praying for her. And so I was looking everywhere for weeks, months. I kept going to her house. She was never there. Her parents wouldn't tell me where she was. I went to her work. They said she would move to a different branch. I mean, I kept missing her. Turns out she was fighting for her life, having surgeries and ended up in hospice. And here I am with a ring that I had, a diamond ring that my mother had left me when she died, and she said, I want Stephen to give this to his wife one day. And I'm trying to find this girl. I got this $8,000 diamond ring, and she ends up dead. So that was it. And then my dogs died, and then I got into seminary, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to give my life to God. I'm done. I can't deal with this anymore. I just want to be happy, and I just want to do what I'm created to do. And that didn't work out either. And seminary screwed me up so badly. I'm nauseous just talking about this. I'm so nauseous right now. It screwed me up so badly that my prayer life has never been as strong as it was. My ministry is powerful because I have something to minister from life experience, but I cannot get back to the life I was living for many years. I was practically living like a priest, like a monk. Every day, all day long, even at work, I had my Bible. I was praying constantly. I was seeing miracles. I was visiting the sick and dying and praying for them. I was doing all kinds of stuff. And then seminary just ruined me. They wouldn't let you do those things. You had no private prayer time. You had no time for yourself at all. It was just horrible. And it was the wrong order. I picked the wrong order. It was too liberal, and they told me I'm too traditional, too conservative, too Trump supporting. They don't like Republicans. They were all a bunch of, I hate to say it, but they were all gay. I mean, guys were hooking up, priests were hooking up with people. It was like stuff that should not be going on in a seminary, in a monastery, in a priesthood, okay? And so I left. They told me they weren't going to let me make it to ordination anyway. They don't want another priest like me. I'm not progressive and modern. I'm not a Pope Francis priest. I'm too traditional. So I left. And now I cannot seem to get my life back. It is really hard when you're 42 years old almost. I'm going to be 43 in 2 months in February. It's real hard to start from scratch with no credit, no family, no good friends, no support, poor health, a part-time minimum wage job. I mean, what am I supposed to do? There's nothing I can do. And the prices are going up. The world is cracking down on Christians. The world's cracking down on everything. They're making it so that you can't even get out of this hole. Once you're poor, you're stuck. If you're homeless, you'll never be able to get anything back, because how are you going to get a job if you have bad credit and if you don't have a cell phone and you don't have a mailing address and you don't have a car? You can't. So once you find yourself that destitute and you're on the street, unless someone takes you in and lets you live with them and lets you have a mailing address and helps you get back on your feet, so you can get a job and everything. That's what Donna did. She gave me an address, and from there I was able to get a job and use her car for the first year until I can get a car. And then I bought a car, but it was junk and it broke down all the time, and money kept going into it by the thousands, but I needed it for work. And then she kept getting sick. I started building myself up. I got my cell phone, I got my license renewed, I had a car, I had a job. I mean, I was on my way. But they kept running my credit. Every time I tried to get an apartment or a mortgage or a loan or a credit card or a car, they kept slamming my credit, and it kept going down. And I have no way of rebuilding it. The interest on the credit cards is so ridiculous, there's just no way I can do it. So I don't get credit cards. I pay cash for stuff. So there's no hope. Without a miracle. Like, there is no way. I've gone to social workers. I've gone to the state. I've applied for housing assistance. Believe it or not, they told me you're white. You're white and you must have family. That's baloney. That is racist. Just because I'm white doesn't mean I'm privileged and have money. Doesn't mean I have a family who's got money. Doesn't mean I have friends. No. So I can't get the help I need. I can't get on disability. They said, oh, we're really cracking down on disability. You're not in a wheelchair. You don't use a cane. So therefore, maybe you can claim mental disability, but that would really hurt you for the rest of your life, especially if you don't have... I'm not going to claim mental disability. That's ridiculous. Why would I want that stigma the rest of my life? I'll never get anywhere. Once that's on your record, you're screwed. So, and I'm not mentally ill. I'm stressed. I'm aggravated. I'm really disappointed, but I'm not mentally ill. I've been through the gamut. I got through with flying colors in seminary. They make you go through extensive background and psychiatric evaluation and all that stuff. I'm fine. In fact, I found out that I actually have above average intelligence, believe it or not. I was able to put these puzzles together real quick that other people took hours to do. To me, it was easy, like in a Rubik's Cube. They said that's really hard for most people to do. I passed with flying colors. It was not hard for me. So, I'm always being told I'm stupid, I'm a loser, I'm white trash, I'll never amount to anything. My whole life, my family put me down, except for my father. And so, I don't think highly of myself. Never did, because everybody's always told me I'm garbage. I'll never amount to anything. You're ugly. But you know what? When I used to be younger, people would tell me, oh, you're ugly, you need a nose job, your ears are too big, blah, 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 you're too fat, you're too skinny. And you know what I did? I said, screw that, and I went and became a model. And then when they had to see my ugly face on TV all the time, and in magazines, and on the side of billboards and buses, I said, who's ugly? I'll never be a model? Uh-huh. Well, guess what? Prayer, God, I just go to my Heavenly Father, I always did, and said, hey, Father, Lord, if it be your will, look at these people are telling me. Now I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Help me. And I got it. Or you'll never get that job. Oh, you don't even have a college degree. I had my own classroom. It was illegal, but people pulled some strings, and I got in there. Okay? I've done a lot of stuff that people told me I can't do. They said I'd never get through police academy training, or the police academy, not police academy, the training before the police academy. And I did it, and I passed at 22. That was before I had all these spinal injuries and stuff. But then I didn't go to academy because I decided I wanted to be an actor, and I felt called to the priesthood. So my family kept saying, no, don't be a priest, no, be a cop or be an actor. We'd rather you be an actor. You're not police material. Well, that's funny because they're all in police, FBI, police, military, but they wanted me not to be for some reason. Why wasn't I able to follow in their shoes, in Daddy's shoes? I could have done it too, but they made me believe I couldn't. So I didn't. And I wanted to break the mold anyway. I didn't want to be like everybody else in the family. So I decided, well, if I can't be a priest, I'm going to be an actor then, because I liked acting, and I liked the entertainment industry. But the deeper I got in there, the scummiest, most evil people at the top, I didn't want to be there anymore. I'm not going to sleep around and do sexual favors to have a role. And that's where it got to that point. I didn't like being at these stupid parties with orgies and mounds of cocaine and prostitutes, and I'm a Christian. I was always a Christian at heart. I always said my prayers. It was not for me. And they basically told you, like, okay, Steve, if you ever want to be an A-lister, if you ever want to make it, this is what you got to do. And I'm like, no, I'm out of here. I don't need it then. And most people go for the fame and the money and the fortune, okay? I did not. I need money. Money's good, but I never had a love of money. I mean, I wanted to be rich and famous, but not for the reasons. I wanted to do it to prove to people that said I couldn't do it wrong. And I wanted to be able to come back. I thought my family would love me if I was on TV. And if I became a millionaire and was able to buy them houses and stuff, then maybe they would love me. But no matter what I did, they didn't care. They only got more hateful and jealous. Why can't you just work a normal 9 to 5? Why do you got to go hang out with celebrities? Why do you got to go to New York all the time? Why can't you just be normal? Why do you got to draw so much attention to the family? Because I'm doing it for you. Because you told me I'm incapable of everything. That I'm never going to be able to go to college. I'm never going to amount to anything. I can't be a cop. I can't be a priest. I can't. So I figured I'm good at acting. I can do it. And I proved them wrong. I made it. But then I left. And then they said, oh, you F up everything. My stepmother, you F up everything. You finally made it in Hollywood, and as soon as you get the big breaks, you don't take them. That's just typical. You always get so far, and then you just quit at the last minute, right when you're there. You get a job, and then you quit it. A job that everybody says you can't get, you get it, and then you leave. Because you know what? I often jump through hoops for people just to prove that I can, and to satisfy other people, but it's not what I want to do. I could care less about half the stuff that's so important to everybody else. You know, I see this world through God's eyes, and it is a bunch of nonsense. People's priorities are all messed up. They're heartless. They're selfish. They're cold. They're all about money and looks and fame and sex and material. But death can happen at any time, and that's eternal. And I've lost so many loved ones, so many people, that I can't focus just on life all the time. I keep death in the back of my mind like the Bible said you should, because you're stupid not to realize, because that's what's more important. You need to be focusing on where you're going to spend eternity, because you only have now to do it. Once you're dead, you can't change anything. You can't be ready. You can't go to heaven if you're not ready. So you have to choose. Do I just live my life for me or the way the world tells me, like everybody else, and just enjoy my life? Or do I live the way Christ told me, commanded me, so I have a chance to go to heaven? Because if I don't go to heaven, there's only one other place I can go. That's the fires of hell. And since I had supernatural occurrences, we'll call them, that most people don't have, and I know that heaven and hell are real, I knew what choice I needed to make. And it was Jesus. No matter what, it was going to be Jesus, because I want to go to heaven. So that's it. I made my choice. I can't go back. And honestly, I look back at everything I thought was so great in my life, and it's not. In fact, I have nothing but regrets, and I wish I never did those things at all. I mean, who cares? Oh, I was hanging out with celebrities, having fun. But it counted for nothing for my eternity. It just made people jealous of me and use me. I had fake people. I was surrounded by tons of friends who didn't like me for me, but what they can get from me. They go to Hollywood parties with me, go to New York with me, be at photo shoots with me. Oh, be able to tell everybody, oh, that's my friend Steve on TV. But they didn't care about me. And in fact, they didn't like my Christianity at all. So they hated that aspect of me. All right? And so the more Christian I became, the more I lost friends and family. All right? So Jesus said, first count the cost if you're going to follow me. If you're going to be my disciple. That's what he said in the Bible. And he meant it. And this is why. So anyway, I'm not trying to just be a bad preacher here and discourage people from being a Christian. I'm just saying it's not an easy road. And you know what? We're supposed to be taking care of each other. Christians are supposed to be taking care of other Christians. You're supposed to be housing each other if somebody's homeless. You're supposed to be, Jesus said, take the coat off your back and give it to somebody. Even if it's your only coat or only tunic, give it away anyway. God will reward you. If somebody doesn't have clothes, give it to them. If somebody needs money, food, whatever, do it. Also, he said, go out there and live the gospel, be like me, and he said to preach the gospel boldly. Otherwise, he's going to say, I never knew you, because you're too ashamed of him to preach that Jesus Christ is Lord to the world. And he said, yes, the world will hate you, and your enemies will be in your own household. Your own family will turn against you. You know, he said all this, and guess what? Everything the Lord said has happened to me. Everything he said would happen to me, happened to me. Everything he said in the Bible would happen to his followers has happened to me. The persecution, the job loss, the hatred, the Judases that have stabbed me in the back and betrayed me. My own family became my worst enemies. They held me back from career opportunities. They slandered me and my reputation. They threw me into a trailer park, and then when I went to be a priest, they said, do not come back, you're dead to us. And they meant it, and I haven't seen or heard from them in years. And they lived 2 minutes up the road. Maybe 5. 5 minutes. We'll just say 5 minutes with traffic up the road. And then they used to drive by on the holidays just to see the house and see them again from a distance. And then they said, oh, we're going to call the cops and tell them you're stalking. Don't drive by the house anymore. And I'm like, you know what? I won't. Because I was only coming to make sure everybody was okay, even though, you don't care about me. And it was really breaking my heart that every Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'd see them all sitting in my sister's dining room with this big bay window, and you can see them all happily gathered around and I'm the only one that's outside, on the outside looking in. And I have to remember that that was my family. And it's over. They don't want me. Now I understand why Jesus said, if you're going to follow me, put both hands on the plow and keep moving forward. Do not look back. If you look back, you're not worthy of me. So, maybe the Lord took all these people out of my life because they're not going where I'm going, or because he wanted me to himself for a reason, or because he's a jealous God, or because they're not... I don't know. I'm trying to figure all this out myself. I already know it. I mean, the only explanation is that the Bible is right. That's all I got for people, is that the Bible is right. And I really wish Donna didn't always have to end up in the hospital and, risk telling me that I might not have a roof over my head much longer every winter. She always waits till like December or February and then pulls this stunt. And it's like, where am I supposed to go in the middle of winter with no money? I can't even afford a hotel. And even if I could, for how long? There's not even a job that I can get that provides housing. I can't even afford a tiny home or a trailer or an RV. I would live in an RV. I've looked at them. I've been trying to buy myself an RV so that I can trade my car in towards and drive to work in my home like a turtle and at least have a shelter. I would live in a camper if I had to. But up here, I'd have to move somewhere warm because you can't live in an RV up here year-round because it'll freeze. It's too cold. There's no heat. You can't keep the plumbing going. There's no parks for that type of thing up here in New England. So I'd have to go to down south somewhere where people do that. I hate money because I hate that money is everything. Everything revolves around money down here. It's supposed to revolve around love or Christ, but it revolves around money. And that's not how God designed it. That's not how he wanted it. The devil has done this, and people are allowing it. You're only valuable if you have money. How would I even get married? What girl would want... What was she supposed to support me? I mean, I don't have a home to give her. I don't have life insurance to give her. I have my own life insurance. I don't have, a pension. I don't have anything. I don't have a great career. I don't have much. Nobody's going to want me. What am I supposed to do? How can I raise a family? I can't even take care of me and my dog. And what's going to happen to my poor dog? He's got special needs. He's handicapped, mentally handicapped. He's a lot of work. And he's very, very clingy. And, what's going to happen there? You're going to find us both on the side of the road frozen to death. That's what's going to happen. Because, I don't know. Why am I even talking about this? What difference does it make? I'm not being very hope-inspiring. I'll tell you why I'm doing it. Because I gotta believe that God is going to provide a miracle. He'll probably use a person to do it. Maybe some rich person will hear my video and buy me a house, or send me money, or give me a good job, or whatever. Maybe let me go work for them in their mansion, and I'll have a room and board while I'm working for them, and, decent pay. Maybe somebody will leave me an inheritance. If somebody's dying out there, maybe they'll say, you know what, I don't have any kids or anything, so maybe I'll just leave this poor ex-minister some money or a home. That would be great. That would be a miracle. I mean, these things do happen. It's very rare, but it does happen. I mean, maybe I'll win the Powerball. I do buy tickets every week just in case, because I really don't know where else I'm going to get a chunk of money to be able to to buy a house or land. I don't want anybody dying in order for me to have anything. I mean, I really hope one of my family members doesn't die and then I end up inheriting something, because I don't want it that way, Of course I'll take it, but I don't want someone to have to die and probably be in hell, so I can't enjoy the place, and I wouldn't feel good about it. I'd really like to earn my own, I'd really like to either win it through a lottery windfall or work for it and get my own. But do you have any idea how long it would take for me at 43 years old to be able to... I mean, people are starting to retire or getting ready to retire in their 40s and 50s, and I'm just starting again. So how am I supposed to... It takes about 20 years to get stability in a home and a great career and retirement money and all that. This is not good. I don't see how I'm... And somebody just... You know why I'm all upset right now? Because a supposed friend blew up my phone with messages on Facebook, comments and messages, basically telling me how I'm a horrible person for depending on Donna and expecting her to help me. Even though I told her a million times, I put a lot of money into this house. It's my home. She does kind of owe me, because it's not that I did it because I wanted something back, but I did invest in this house because she told me it was going to be mine one day. And I've been living here, and we were living in squalor. So I worked hard, and I put my money into fixing the place to give her a nice home and myself a nice home. And then when she died or moved, it was going to go to me, so I had a roof over my head that was affordable. I'm already on the lease. I'm on everything. So that's what I was working towards. I figured, okay, well, if you're really leaving me this place, or you want me to have this place, no matter what, she told me I was going to have the place. Whether she moved or died, I was going to have the place. Now she's changing her mind, and it's because people keep getting in her head, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, give it to your daughter, give it to your daughter, give it. Well, then why did I go and repair everything? Why did I could have saved 10 grand and maybe at least been able to last a month or so in a hotel, or maybe move somewhere cheaper, another state, or buy an RV or something to live in, have shelter. I really got the crap end of the stick. I really did. I'm so tired of this woe me stuff. I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm tired, sick of myself. Sick of hearing it. I'm just venting and getting it all out so I can just cry myself to sleep tonight and then wake up and start my life all over again with a big smile and praise Jesus and, hey, let's keep on going. Going where? I have no idea where I'm going anymore. There's nothing but brick walls everywhere I look now. There's no more doorways. There's no more hope unless I get a Christmas miracle. So I'm just going to pray, and I'm going to wait to see what the Lord does. He's the only one that can help me. He's the only one that can find the right person to help me. He's the only one that can send somebody or turn someone's heart to help me. And then if people see a miracle, and they see that I got a home, somebody bought me a home, or gave me a great job opportunity, and I got to move abroad or something, and, whatever. I get everything I need to survive, then there'll be no mistake that was Jesus Christ who did that for me, or the Father. God the Father did that for me. Now, there'll still be some stupid naysayer who doesn't want to believe in God and doesn't want to believe that God provided a miracle and answered my desperate prayers. Or there'll be some jerk that has to say, you know what? Why did you have to get something for free? I wouldn't have done that for you. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Couldn't you get your own place? You don't want to work hard. You don't want to. I had to get my own home. I had to do it all myself. I didn't have anyone help me. I didn't have anyone. Okay, well, that's your problem, not mine. Maybe if you were a Christian, you would have had help. Maybe if you were like me, who spent his whole life helping other people, providing them money, food, clothing, rides, care, love, prayer. Maybe if you dedicated your life selflessly, then it would come back to you also. But since you spent your whole life only worrying about getting your own and getting your own house, and I'm a big girl, I'm a big boy, I could do this myself, I don't need charity, I don't need anybody's help, look at me, okay, yeah, look at you. So you went the way of the world. And okay, maybe you were successful, and maybe you can be proud every night when you go to sleep. Look what I've done for myself. I did this myself. No one helped me. Oh, it was hard, but I did it. Well, I got news for people like you. That's your reward. Because you didn't put God first, you only put the world and material things and pride and yourself first. And that is against the Bible. Second of all, you are not giving God the proper thanks and credit and glory and honor he deserves. Because so what you went to college? So what you got a good job? So what you were able to work hard and get your own home and you're really stable and you have a 6-figure income and a nice family now? So what? You have no right to say you did it. None. Because let me give you a news flash. The reality is, whether you believe in this or not, God created you. God gave you the intelligence to go to school and get a degree, if that's what you did. God opened the doors for you and helped you to get the job or career that you got. God gave you the talents so that you can do the job that you do or have the career that you have. Yeah, God did that, not you. You cannot boast or take credit or be proud of anything you've done. All glory goes to God, and that is a fact. And whether you find that out now or you find it out on the other side on Judgment Day, you cannot pat yourself on the back down here for anything. If you're good looking, God made you good looking. You can't be, oh, look at me, I'm good looking. So what? God made you the way you are. He knitted you together in your mother's womb. You don't need to brag about your looks. God created you. You would be ugly if he didn't create you beautiful. If you're healthy and you don't have health problems like me and a broken back and spinal cord, if you don't have heart issues and thyroid disease like me, then guess what? God created you healthier than me. So guess what? God expects you to be able to do more than someone like me with disabilities. So again, you can't be bragging, oh, look, you're just lazy. No, I'm sick. There's a difference. I'm weak and I'm sick. I don't have the strength of body or intelligence of mind to do what you can do. So you cannot brag and you can't look down on me or other people and say, oh, what's your problem? You're just a charity case. You just don't want to work. You're lazy. You just want hand. No. God didn't give me the gifts, the strength, the health, the mental health, the talents he gave you. So I can't do what you do to the aptitude or level that you do it. You can't expect other people to be able to do what you do. We're all unique and different. You can't judge other people. You can't compare yourself to other people or compare other people to yourself or to your standards. Everybody's got their own problems and backstory and health issues and mental issues and spiritual issues or all of the above or traumas or family situations or divorces or whatever. You don't know people as well as God knows. He knows people's thoughts, their intentions, their past, present, and future. He knows the talents that he's given them. He knows the ailments that they face every day, the health issues they face, the roadblocks. the disabilities they may have. Not all disabilities mean you got to be and in a wheelchair. There's a lot of disabilities that people can hide, like I do, very well because we have to. Otherwise, we'll get judged, or we won't get jobs, or nobody will want to be our friend. So we have to hide them. And you know what? We don't want to be identified through our weaknesses and stuff. We want to just be like everyone else and try to be normal and fit in and do the best we can do. So I don't know why people have to sit there and judge and get jealous and, make false accusations towards me, and tell me I have no right for this, I shouldn't do that, but you don't know me. You clearly do not know me. And the person, I'm not going to mention her name, that really hurt me today, this has got to be the third person who's really broken my heart this week. A couple days ago, it was a girl from high school that I was very surprised. When I immediately removed her off my Facebook page. I don't even want to look at her anymore. I can't believe what she did or said to me and falsely accused me of stuff that I didn't even do at all. And I don't know where that came from or what happened. Something must have possessed her or jumped into her head because she was being paranoid and delusional about something. I had no idea what she was talking about. So she must have just had a really bad day and took it out on me. But I'm not that's it. I'm not dealing with it anymore. Not dealing with that. She had no right to do that. And now another friend, or I can't even call her a friend, I guess an acquaintance through the Fife and Drum. I really enjoyed this person's personality with jokes, comfort, I liked being around this person. They made me happy, She's one of those people where when they're in a room, it's like I light up. I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I'm glad you're here. I came here to see you. Like there's certain people that have a personality that you just love to be around, especially if you're having a bad day. They just bring up your spirits. They're just fun. And I don't know if she was having a bad day or what, but all of a sudden she poured out her opinion of me, and we went back and forth for hours today, and I was sitting there having to defend myself. And it's like, whoa, you were so far off base, you're so wrong. You're presuming to know what I'm thinking, you're presuming to know why, you don't even know me. And I kept telling her, and she said she watched my videos, and well, if you watch my videos in entirety, I say everything in the video, open, like an open book. So you should have already known the answers to these questions. Like, you obviously didn't watch my video then, because I said all this already, so I got to keep repeating it. I'm not going to change my answer. The truth is the truth. Facts are facts. It is what it is. So no matter how many times you ask me in 50 different ways, the answer is going to be the same. So basically, I was accused of not working, and she didn't use that word, but the way she was phrasing things made it sound like she could, I work all the time, and I work really hard, and this and that. You should earn your own way in life. And I don't. I'm sorry, I don't make $30, $40 an hour like you. Okay, I make $15 an hour. So we could both work the same amount of hours, but our paychecks will be very different. And so if my paycheck is very small, there's no way you could expect me to be able to have what you have in life and be able to be as successful as you and have a home and all this stuff. Because that doesn't make sense. If you have a $50,000 or $100,000 a year job and I only make $8,000 a year, do the math. Well, that's because you don't want to work. No, it's because I can't. For a lot of reasons. I do work. I work 7 days a week around here taking care of her and this house, and then I have to work Monday through Friday like most people, and I work 4 to 6 hours a day because any more of that, I can't. I got to be here for Donna. And now that she's been gone, I've been trying to work extra hours while I can because she's in the hospital. But you know what? She's been calling me from 7 a.m. to 10 o'clock at night with, here, I need you to do this, and I need you to do that, and can you go here, and can do this for my daughter, and can you pay for this bill, and can you call the doctors, and can you bring me this to the hospital, and I need this, and can you mail this out, and but, oh my gosh, every day. Like, You know, and then it's just the chit chat, and then it's, hey, I've been talking to social workers, and oh, hey, you know what? I hate to say it, but you might not have a roof over your head pretty soon. And it's like, wait, what? I just woke up and I'm trying to get stuff done, and all of a sudden you call me and you drop that bomb on me, and it's like, wait, what? What? What are you talking about? I just dumped another couple grand into this house last month. What are you talking about? Well, I'm not gonna have a roof over my head. What? Why? What's going on? You know? And it's like I'm like, what the? That's so wrong. That's just so wrong to do to somebody and say to someone just like so nonchalantly and laughing about it. And it's like, I know you're laughing because you're going to be fine the rest of your life. You got $100,000 in the bank. You make $3,000 from Social Security a month. You're going to have a nice place to live no matter what. But I don't make $3,000 in Social Security. I'll never get that. I don't have an IRA with $100,000 in the bank. I don't have a home that I already own and paid off. So, I don't have credit. I don't have any of this stuff. So, you're okay. Your daughter's okay. I'm not. So, how could you just be like, expect me to be, oh, okay, I'll just go outside and lay in the snow and die. That's fine. Okay, no big deal. No big deal that I've dumped all my hard-earned money into this place for the past 3 years, and I couldn't work full-time because I've been taking care of your butt for 3 years, and your daughter, and your cat, and the dog, and everything else, and fixing your car, and all this for 3 years, and then all of a sudden, you just want to sell the place and leave me on the street. And all this stuff that you're going to liquidate, which is mine, my appliances, my furniture, I mean, everything in here, all the draperies, the new toilet and bathroom in there, the washer and dryer, all my stuff that's in the back storage room that's in bins going up to the ceiling because I can't afford a storage unit anymore. I mean, what am I going to do with all my stuff? What about the bed I bought you, the bedroom set? What about my bedroom set that I bought? Like, hello? People say, well, what do you do with your money? It takes a long time to save. Everything's expensive. I needed to buy a bed and a mattress for my back. She needed a better mattress. She needed a bed. She needed shelves. She needed a washer and dryer, which she broke the washing machine again. She needed a new washing machine. She needed a car fixed. She needed a bathroom fixed. The bathroom was falling through the floor. She needed a new toilet. Hello? Like, she needed drapes and curtains and stuff. We didn't have them. She needs help with groceries. She needs someone to cook for. She needed kitchen supplies. That's where my money went. Like normal living expenses. She needed help with bills. And now I have nothing to show for it. And it really just stinks. I'm working, if you haven't noticed, I'm working really hard on trying to watch my language, even though I really just want to scream bloody murder and use a lot of profanity right now, and rightfully so, but being a Christian, I gotta watch my mouth, especially in a public video like this. It's not easy. I mean, like I said, I'm no saint. It's all about self-control and trying to be a better person. But a lot of self-control, controlling the tongue. So anyway, I hope you're all having a very Merry Christmas season and a Happy New Year. I'm not, and obviously I'm not going to. So, unless God provides a miracle. So, that's the update on everything. People were asking me and sending me emails and calling me all week saying, hey, I saw your last video. Give me an update. What's going on? Well, there's the update, okay? I'm sitting here, 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get up at 7. I still have these stupid Christmas cards to send out to people because I gotta do something for people who've done stuff for me. I mean, I feel bad. I can't buy gifts. I can't do anything. I gotta give them cheap cards because that's all I can get. They send me money and I send them a card. Ooh. Like, I can't wait till one day I'm a lender and not a borrower. If that's ever gonna happen in my life. I want to be a lender and not a borrower. I want to be able to give good gifts. When somebody sends me a gift in the mail, it'd be nice to be able to send them more than a stupid Stop and Shop Christmas card. Thank you. Like, you know, I feel horrible. All I can do is pray for people, sacrifice for people, hold up masses for people, serve people, minister to people, but I can't ever buy anybody anything. I can't you know, anymore. It just stinks. I feel like I'm useless, worthless. You know, that's why I do the job that I do. My clients, my patients, they have nobody, and they really love me and appreciate me for what I do. Donna does too, believe it or not, but she's just got a lot of people in her head all the time. Her financial advisor, her daughter, her cousin, they're all just looking for money, by the way. Her stupid Protestant church friends who are always coming around telling her to kick me out and I shouldn't be living here. And I'm like, well, then who's going to take care of her? She can't afford help and she needs care and I'm doing it for free. I can get $30 an hour. My agency gets half. So I would get $15 an hour 24/7 if I was living somewhere else as a living caregiver. But Donna can't afford that. So I do it for free, as I've been doing for her since 2015. So these people, you know, they're all rich snobs from Madison, Connecticut, thinking who they are. They're lawyers, and they're all retired old people, and they go to a stupid congregational church that she used to go to, and now they're mad at me because she's a Catholic, and they don't see her anymore. And they keep telling her, don't let him live with you, and you shouldn't. And I'm like, hello, I pay rent here. I pay and help her. I take care of her. I nurse her. I save her life. What do you mean? If I wasn't here, she would have been dead back in 2020. Actually, no, before I even moved in here, she would have been dead probably between 2015 and 2019. So I've saved her life like 4 times already. People, again, I can't stand when people judge me. You don't know the situation. You don't know Donna and I's relationship. It's not a romantic relationship. We're not living in adultery or some stupid, disgusting thing like that. She's old enough to be my mother or grandmother. She's 76 years old. That's gross. I am here like a son to her. She's like a mother to me. She's the only family I have, and I'm the only family she has, other than a daughter who's handicapped. So it works. We take care of each other. Like, what is the problem? She's a Christian. I'm a Christian. She took a seminarian in off the street, and I work for her my butt off day in and day out. If she's up all night sick, I'm up all night, and then I still got to go to work. It's like having a 2-year-old, you know. And I do this, and I've been doing it for many years. Why can't people see that? Like, why can't they see what I'm doing? Why can't they see that God arranged this? Because I needed someone to give me a place to live and start my life. She needed someone to take care of her. We're 2 Christians. I got her baptized. She wasn't even baptized until recently. So I got her baptized and into the church. She's got all these friends now. I mean, I redecorated and remodeled her house and fixed everything. She's got furniture. I fixed her. Hello? Who do you know that would do that for someone? Nobody. I do. So now, I don't know what people's issue is with me. And then, I'm really just upset because Donna is, you know, doing what she's doing, and she doesn't have to. There are other ways. Like, she could even at least give me the option to buy this place from her somehow, and then maybe I can borrow the money from somebody enough to you know, buy the place so I can have a roof over my head, and she can make some money off of it, because even if this place was worth 20 grand, which it's not, I've already sunk over 10 grand into it. More than that. Over the years. So, if she is going to sell this place, she should be splitting it with me. But she can't just hand me 10 grand cash and say, okay, bye. That's not going to be able to get me a home. You can't get a lease without credit and enough money in the bank and a good paying job, which I don't have any of those things. So what's 10 grand going to do? It might get me a hotel for a month, but that's it. I won't be able to have another chance to have a home. But if I stay here, I'm already on the lease. I'm on the will. Like, I mean, I've been putting money in here. It's $500 a month to live here. There's no mortgage. So if she gives me the place, then I can survive. I can keep a roof over my head that's affordable for me, even without her here. And I could get a roommate if I needed to, and I can make it. But if she doesn't leave me the place now, or she doesn't let me stay here or give it to me like she said she would for the past 3 years, then now I'm going to be on the street because I have no way of getting a roof over my head. There is no way. This was my only shot, my only hope. That's why I stayed here and invested so much time and money into the place. Because she told me I was going to stay here till the day she died, and that she was going to leave me the place either way. And now she's changing her mind last minute here, and I had a feeling she would, but I would not have sunk all that money into this place if I knew she was going to screw me. You know? But she's listening to other voices in her head, and she's not all there all the time, so they're starting to take advantage of her. It's like they waited for her to start getting dementia so they can start putting shit in her head and say, don't leave it to Steve, don't leave it to Steve, give it to me, or give it to your daughter, or don't do that, I wouldn't do that, whatever. And that's what everybody's doing now. Her friends from church, from the other church, not the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church is saying, no, you should do this for Steve. It's the right thing to do. It's the Christian thing to do. Even my priest has told her that. Even the deacon, even her friends, her elderly friends at church said, you know what, Stephen's like your son. He's done a lot for you. He saved your life. He brought you into the Catholic Church. He got you baptized. I mean, he's sunk thousands of dollars into your car and your home. You really should make sure that he's okay. And then her stupid Protestant friends come in and, oh, don't do that. I told you should have even let him stay here. Blah, 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 blah. You shouldn't have been, you should kick him out. Don't leave him anything. And then her daughter, Ma, sell the place and give me the money. Give me the money. I don't want him having the place. I want more money. I'm your daughter. And she's already made her mom go bankrupt. And then there's her cousin. Oh, well, you know, I wouldn't do it. Blood's thicker than water, you know. And then there's her financial advisor saying, it's not wise. I mean, you should probably get the most money that you can. So if you leave Steve the trailer, then that's like $20,000 less than you would have if you liquidated it. So I say you need to put Steve on the street and liquidate the trailer for your own good. Because why? Again, Donna makes $3,000 plus a month every month from Social Security until she dies. She also has over $100,000 in an IRA. Why does she need the $20,000 trailer? Why does she need to kill me by putting me out on the street homeless with no hope of getting a roof over my head just for an extra 20 grand? Meanwhile, I have a client, an employer, okay, who gave me a $20,000 car. So you got some people who are willing to be charitable, and he's got the money, but, you know, he's old, he didn't have to do that. He gave me 20 grand for a car. But yet Donna won't leave me $20,000 trailer. She's taking as much as she can get. And there's two sides of the story. You got people saying, well, yeah, you don't understand. Elderly people should do that. I mean, the more, the better. What if she lives? She needs that money to live. Yeah, but she's also got investments going and bringing money in constantly through the IRA. So she also makes $3,000 a month, which is more than an average person right now from her Social Security. She lives very poor. She's going to be more than okay. I am the only one who doesn't have any of that. Her daughter gets almost $900 or whatever, or $750 or whatever from the state, and her disability, Social Security disability, or whatever it is every month. Her apartment's very cheap. We pay for everything else: her groceries, her electric bill, her cell phone bill, her half her rent, and any expenditures that she has, that she wants, because she's always going out buying stuff and going and having a good time and then asking for more and more money every week. So she is better off than I am. Her daughter, between what she gets from the state, what she has saved, forget even what she has saved, and what her mother gives her at least $1,400 or $1,500 a month from her own Social Security. Her daughter gets $1,500 a month plus another $700 to $900 from the state. That is way more. I only make $800 a month. I work all week, 7 days a week, and I make, after taxes, $800 a month. Her daughter sitting there, no job, no car, no nothing, no overhead, everything's paid for by mommy, and she's making over $1,400 a month from her mother. And does nothing ever for her mother but take. Now she's up to $2,000 a month. So I should go on the street. and lose this place because for her daughter? That's not right. That's a crime. It is unbiblical, and it is not right. It's not ethical. It's not moral. After all I've done for her daughter and her mother, and now I end up getting screwed. I lose all my money, all my furniture, everything. And I end up with nothing. And no hope of survival. Meanwhile, Donna goes to another apartment. She lives pretty the rest of her life. Her daughter sitting pretty the rest of her life. So all these years from, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 8 years of servitude to these people that I've been taking care of them and paying for them and buying them stuff and fixing their house, and 8 years of my money going out, thousands and thousands of dollars, and my help, rendering my services for free. And then all of a sudden one day, thanks Steve, go F yourself, bye. And I'm left on the street with nothing. That's not right. I don't care what people want to say. I don't care if she's elderly. I'm a human being too. Are you saying that my life is worth less than hers? She's 76 years old. I'm 42. You're saying that I should die in the street? I should be used, extorted, and thrown on the street? I'm less of a person than her? I'm not as important as her just because she's elderly? She, like I said, she's more than okay financially. I'm not. So again, it's just not right. You cannot, that's not justice. You cannot justify this. There's no way you can say this is okay or understandable, because it's not. I would not do it to her if the shoe was on the other foot. I would never have done it to my own family. They're the ones that did it to me. I don't roll that way. So, I don't deserve it. If I don't put it out, I don't deserve it coming back to me. If I put out love, money, care, concern, charity, always helping someone, I should get that back. Not because I demand it back, but it's only right. If you give out good, you should get good back, right? It's called karma. So why should I be taken advantage of and thrown to the street? I don't even want to talk about this anymore. I'm done. It just doesn't. It's insanity. This whole thing is insanity. I really wish that I could have sued that seminary for what they did to me, for harassment, assault, and putting me on the street, and ruining my vocation and my reputation. I should have sued them for millions. But I couldn't afford a lawyer, and nobody wanted to take on the case. Okay? I even went on church militant. Nothing got done. So, they get away with it. And I'm not the only person whose life they ruined. Do you have any idea how many seminarians not only get raped and abused mentally, physically, but get their vocations taken from them and they end up on the street or stuck with thousands in student debt and never get to be ordained? Do you have any idea how many priests get canceled or defrocked or run out of the church now? After years, where are they going to go? They have no money. A lot of them take vows. Priests and nuns who've been living in monasteries, mendicant lifestyles who depend on the charity of people and a roof over their head from the church, and then all of a sudden the church just shuts down the monastery and liquidates it, and these people are on the street, or they no longer have there's nowhere for them to go. Like, is that right to do to religious people who gave their whole life to Christ and the church, and then the church just abuses them, takes advantage of them, and kicks them out? Okay, you're done, bye. Well, where am I going to live? Your problem. How am I going to support myself? I have no credit. I have no phone. I have no car. I have no license. I have no home. I have no family. I have nothing. I'm a religious. I took a vow of poverty. So, what do I do now, after I've dedicated all these years to the church? That's for you to find out. Oh well, bye. And that's what the church is doing now. I'm a victim among many. Among many. I'm a persecuted seminarian. There's many of us. There's persecuted priests. There's canceled priests. There's canceled seminarians. I'm a canceled seminarian. My vocation is destroyed. I'll never get a chance to go back to seminary or live in a monastery again. They just to save their own butt from lawsuits, they've slandered me. God knows what they're telling other seminaries about me, because there was a bunch of other seminaries that were interested in taking me after I left them, but then they spoke to them, my previous seminary, and they said, no, forget it. We're not going to tell you what they said, but forget it. I have no idea what they're even telling people about me. It's got to be pretty bad if people are dropping me like a rock. I went to Nebraska to Mother Angelica's Nights of the Holy Eucharist. They really wanted me to join. And then all of a sudden they called the seminary and said, no, you know what? Sorry, you're not coming here. Well, what did they say? We're not going to tell you. So I still don't know what's being said. But every order I've gone to that first wanted me, I go to do their come and sees. I spend a week with them. They like me. They say, okay, yeah, we want you to join us, but we got to talk to your seminary first. And they talk to someone, and then they say, no, forget it, not going to happen. And so this seminary not only ruined my life and my vocation, but they're continuing to ruin my future and keep me out of the priesthood and out of religious life. They're continuing to block my vocation and to slander me and detract from my reputation. This is not okay in God's eyes. It is not Christian behavior, and it is not legal. And yet they're getting away with it. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. I have to depend on God and on my brothers and sisters in Christ out there to take care of me and help me. Yes, I do. Because I have tried and tried for 3 years, and I cannot make progress. It's like I'm just swimming upstream against the current for no reason. There's nothing I can do. Started doing Google, came on and spent my video. But anyway, that's it. I'm tired of telling my story over and over again. I don't even know why I'm even doing this. I don't know. I don't know what good is going to come out of this. I need a miracle. You know, it is Christmas time, and I don't need just $20, $100 a gift card. No, I'm talking about I need a serious miracle. Not only do I need a major, highly paying career opportunity so I can survive, but I need a home of my own. And someone's going to have to basically provide that, because there's no way I can get one on my own. And I don't want to hear it anymore. All these people, well, what about this? What about that? Well, you have to earn your own. Oh, why don't you get another job? But I don't have the time. Time is running out. And I don't have the money. And I don't have the credit. No bank will give me a loan or a mortgage. No apartment complex will let me sign a lease. No mobile home park will let me sign a lease. There's nowhere for me to go, and I could not afford the rent anyway on what I make. And I don't have credit. I don't have credit cards. I don't have anyone to live with. I have no family or friends to take me in. I don't have anything. Unless somebody helps me, I'm dead. So I'm going to pray hard, and I'm going to keep praying the rest of this Christmas season that the Lord Jesus Christ sends me the help I need. And when he does, because I know he's helped me before, many times, so I am confident that Jesus will save me somehow. I hope. I don't want to presume, but I hope, because he's my only hope. Then people will remember these videos, and they will see that God is good and that he's real. When they see that I have a home or a good career opportunity, and maybe I'm a priest one day or happily married one day, they're going to be like, only God could take Steve Dinello out of that impossible dark pit with no way out and get him to where he is now. So I make these videos not just for a cry for help or pity party or sympathy. Say what you want. I don't care. If you're really saying those things about me, you're not a Christian and you're not a friend. You're a jerk, honestly, and you need to know that. If you're thinking those things, you're a piece of garbage. But that's on you. I make these videos as my personal life story, because this is the truth. This is true story. This is what I'm living with every day. This is my life. Yet I'm still a God-loving, fearing Christian. And I want this to be my testimony. And then when people see that I'm down here and then all of a sudden one day I'm up here, they will know to give God all the glory. Because there's no way humanly possible for me to get out of this mess alive. But God can send people, the right people at the right time, with enough money or a career opportunity or a home, whatever, to help me. He can, and it's probably going to be another Christian or Catholic he'll send, because worldly people don't usually do anything for people. So, not like me, especially Christians. So, we're going to have to see what God does. I keep crying out to Him. In the meantime, I try to keep praying and trying to be a good example and try to lead people to Christ through my personal life, testimony and experience and faith. And I just keep trying to be a saint, even though I keep getting knocked down and attacked by the devil. And this is probably all happening because the enemy, the devil, is trying to destroy me. But Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. He's my Father. He's my God, whom I love, whom I serve. I plead Psalm 91. I plead the blood of Jesus. I'm confident for a Christmas miracle and a new life in Christ. I have a feeling that God is going to do great and powerful things. He gave me Jeremiah 29:11 a long time ago. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. So I have a feeling that the Lord is going to show you all how awesome, loving, merciful, and powerful He really is, and how very real He really is. And then when people hear my story, and they see what God has done again for me, they will believe in Him. And maybe then they'll finally start going to church and praying every day and reading the Bible and living a real Christian life and giving God the proper love, respect, credit, and obedience He deserves and commands. Viva Cristo Rey, everyone. It's 3:30 a.m. I got to get up at 7 for a meeting, a doctor's appointment, and I still got to get these cards finished, these Christmas cards. But to those of you, few people who actually sent me some stuff, gifts, money, whatever, over the past month, I'm sending you cards. Olivia, you never give me your address, remember? So either inbox me immediately your address today so I can get you a card. Otherwise, I'm sorry if you don't get a Christmas card from me, because you sent me a card, but you didn't give me a return address. So I can't. I know you live in Illinois somewhere, Chicago, I think, but that's all I know. There's nothing I can do. I can't get you a card. Chris and Christy, you sent me an inbox of your address asking for a Christmas card. I am sending you one. Joanne Blank, I don't know if you've ever sent me anything. I thought you did, but if you did, I've misplaced the envelope. So I need your address if you want a card from me, because I don't have your address. Who else? D, my good friend D, if you watch this, your card is already made out. It's going to go out tomorrow. Thank you for this beautiful gift that you sent me last week, and for the gift card, which really came in handy. I wish I could buy you something and send you a gift back, but I don't have the money. I can only afford a card. So I'm sorry for being such a cruddy friend, but I'm just kind of sending you a Christmas card as a thank you for all you've done for me. You sent me the butterflies over the summer that I raised. You sent me a beautiful Jerusalem cross. I mean, you're so awesome. So hopefully you'll see this and know that your card, I have your address. It was on the box, the package. Corinne, if you see this, you're out there in Scotland. I don't have your address, so if you want me to send you something, you gotta send me your address or inbox me your mailing address. I don't know how much it's gonna cost though to send something overseas. I mean, I really don't have much money, so maybe you'll just accept my Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's on your Facebook page, and we'll call it even, huh? My friend in Australia, I can't find your address either anymore. You sent me some stuff. It was at St. Benedict Meadows or whatever. I think it was. And some money last year. Angela Tween in Australia. I wanted to send you a card as well, but again, I don't know how I'm going to get it to you before Christmas, and I don't know how much it's going to cost to mail a card. I'm not trying to be cheap, I just really don't have much money. But I did buy a card, it's just I don't know how I'm going to get it to you, and I don't have your address anywhere that I know of to be able to mail you. So if you want me to send you something, tell me how to do it, and please inbox me your mailing address. Otherwise, I misplaced it, and I don't have a way of mailing you a card. And that's it. I mean, I'm not going crazy with the cards this year. I didn't get many myself, and, I can't really afford to be I'm asking people for money. I can't be spending it on gifts and cards. So I need it for groceries and for the dog food and to pay bills and gas to get. Oh, I have no gas in my car again. Oh, I gotta get gas first thing in the morning. That's another thing. Anyway, I've got so much to do. I've been going for days with I think I had 2 hours of sleep last night. I'll probably get another 2 hours tonight, and then it's off and running again. But there's just so much to do all the time for my clients and for Donna and my own stuff I gotta get done. And it is a busy holiday season, so if you don't hear from me, and also I want to apologize to people. I get a lot of emails. I get a lot of Facebook messages. I get a lot of phone calls. I get Facebook phone calls, video calls. Try to warn me, okay? Because what my phone does, honestly, sometimes, and a video call will come in, and it'll just pop up on my screen and start talking to the person, and I'm on the toilet or something, or in the shower. Don't do that. Please don't send me a video call without asking me. Or if I'm laying in bed first thing in the morning, it's 5 in the morning, and somebody's video calling me, and next thing you know, I answer the phone, and there's somebody looking at me, and it's come on. So, give somebody a heads up before you video call people, right? Especially if you're on a different time zone. But anyway, I'm just saying I'm trying to get back to people. I've been going through hell the past month. It's been so crazy busy in my life with just troubles and tribulations, illnesses, hospitalizations, dying pets, financial issues, housing issues. It just keeps coming. So it's supposed to be Christmas season, and it's been nothing but it feels more like Halloween, like a horror movie. So anyway, if I can't get back to you all, I don't answer all your phone calls. I'm sorry. People are calling me all the time, and I'm working a lot, and so I can't always talk to you if I'm working, or I can't answer the phone sometimes if I'm driving on the highway and I can't reach my phone. So it's probably always best to just send me a text message or a Facebook message, and I'll get back to you when I can. And that's all I got for you guys. Sorry that my past few videos have been negative ranting, but I don't have anything positive to tell you right now. I mean, I'm alive. Thank glory be to God. I have a roof over my head right now. I have food in my stomach right now. I mean, it could always be worse. So yes, we could always find something to praise God for. But if you want to hear a great uplifting things from me right now, I don't have anything for you. This is it. Right now, I'm in a low. And so when I get back up and God moves in my life and great things start happening, then I'll have some praise reports and some positive things to make a video about. But right now, I'm I don't even know if I've hit the bottom yet. And so this is it. This is all I got. And you know what? Don't watch this then. You're probably not going to watch it for more than 5 minutes anyway. But this is me. This is why you like me, right? This is why you watch me. Because I'm real, raw, uncensored, the real deal. Okay? I'm not a fake person. I'm not trying to put a false identity out there, make myself better than than I am. I'm not trying to become popular and famous and rich. I'm not trying to give ear-tickling sermons here. I am a real human being struggling, as many people are, in matters of faith and matters of everyday life. And, the Christian persecution I'm getting supernaturally and from people. And You know, it's just the world is a bad, crazy place right now, and it's only going to get worse in these end times, and I'm really starting to feel and receive the brunt of that. And like I said, buckle your seatbelt, because the enemy is prowling like a roaring lion, seeking souls to devour. And so he's obviously been really, really working on me the past month, and on Donna, causing fights and all kinds of problems. Ugh. So, anyway, I don't know what the point of this video was. I hope that it somehow does something positive for somebody. And if I can get help somehow from anybody out there, thank you. If not, then don't. Whatever. Have a Merry Christmas, whatever. It's not your responsibility to save me, I guess. Jesus will find somebody that can help me. That's all I can hope for. There really is. I would never make a video like this or say what I've been saying if there really was another option. There just isn't enough time, and there isn't any other hope or options for me. I have exhausted everything. So that is why I'm boldly and openly just throwing my stuff out on the street, so to speak. I'm pouring out my heart and telling everybody what's happening to me right now, and if you feel moved by God to help me in some way, I could definitely use the help. If you got a home, you want to buy me a home, you want to give me a great career opportunity, whatever, by all means. But I especially, more than anything, ask you for your prayers, and for you to say rosaries for me and masses for me. That is most important. If you're going to do anything for me, please pray to God for me, that I get the help I need. And also, please know that I value all of your friendship tremendously. I wish we can, I wish it was like an episode of Friends where I can have you all with me in my life and we can hang out in person and maybe live together or live in the same area together and see each other on a regular basis. But all I've got is Facebook. And if you think about it, it's pretty lonely. I'm in somebody else's house right now. I live in someone else's house. It's 3:30, almost 4 o'clock in the morning, and the only social life I have is talking on a video to myself and to anybody who might pop on and listen. So, it's kind of stinks. It stinks. Social media is kind of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's great because I have friends I can talk to all around the world. I got people in different continents: Australia, Scotland, England, London, India. They're all over the place. Ohio, California. I mean, I have a lot of people, and I only have 555 people right now on my Facebook page, but they're all over the place. And I talk to you all often through my videos or on chat and stuff, so it's cool to be connected that way. But it's also kind of stinks because it's only like a virtual thing. Like, we're friends, but we've never met in person. You guys send me stuff in the mail. That's awesome. I love receiving gifts and cards and, stuff like that, and sending out cards and stuff. But, and getting prayer requests and praying for you and whatever. But there's a part of our human nature that really wishes that we need contact. Like, I'd love to give you a hug in person and see you in person and have you sit down at the table with me and talk instead of just reading your comments on a, it's so lonely. Like, the society and social media has made it just so much more lonely, where people don't spend time together anymore. There's no contact anymore. There's no phone calls anymore. There's no hanging out anymore. It's all just done online over social media. It's so cold and indifferent and just, I don't know. But it's all we got, so I really was hoping by now that I would have a great career or money or something, and maybe, or a ministry, and I'd be able to fly out and see some of you. Like, I'd love to go visit Scotland and see my friend Corinne. I'd love to visit my friend Angela, who I adore, out in Australia. I've never met her in person. I'd love to, see some people from the Midwest over here, in Florida, in California. But I have a feeling that I'm only ever going to see you guys through Facebook as long as I can. I mean, who knows if I'm going to be alive much longer, if I'm going to have a roof over my head. Who knows what the future's going to bring for America and for the world, you know, with this whole end time stuff going on. So it's kind of scary. So this is all we've got, and I'll take it, but I really wish I could actually be talking to you people in person instead of talking to myself and looking at my ugly self through a video. Whatever. Say la vie. Alright, well, I'm going to tell you all right now, just in case, because I don't know where my life's going. Whatever happens, happy, Merry Christmas. Please pray for me and for my soul. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and please know that I love you all very much. And I'm sorry to make it all about me lately, and then I'm going through so much negative stuff. I don't mean to bombard you all with this, but it's what's happening. This is all I've got right now. I can't change it. And I'm not going to pretend to be happy and successful and like everything's great when it's not. So, I guess this is it. For all of you out there who've been loyally my friends on Facebook for years and following me and watching my videos, thank you. It means the world to me. All of you out there who have helped me with your prayers, please continue to do so, and thank you so much. I really need it, and I wouldn't be alive right now, I guarantee it, if you guys didn't pray constantly for me. So please don't stop. Please offer up masses for me and whatever, because I really need it, honestly. And for all of those who have or continue to send donations and stuff to me, which there haven't been many in a while, but the ones who do, thank you. Even if it's like $25, that's all you have. I'm not going to turn it down. It does help, and I really greatly appreciate it. And in fact, I got to admit, I got $300 from my boss the other day, or my patient, who I work for in Madison. I got a $100 gift card from I'm not going to mention names. You guys know who you are, but you might not want people knowing. So I got a $100 gift card from another friend from California. I got a $200 gift card. These are like the cards, like the credit card things that you can use to buy groceries. And I want you to know, from a friend in Chicago, she sent me $200. Thank you so much, because I really needed that, because the money that I had saved went to the cat being euthanized, and I had nothing left in my account, so I needed that to buy groceries and dog food and stuff. Gas. I mean, it's been going to basically just groceries and gas. So thank you so much. It's a big help. That's a whole paycheck for me. $200 is pretty much what I make. Maybe a little bit more. If I really work a couple extra hours, I'll get around $300 after taxes a week. So that was a good extra paycheck for me, and it was much needed, because every time money comes in, double goes out. So I'm barely getting by. So thank you so much for that $200. Thank you for the $100 gift card. You know who you are. Thank you for the gifts that people send me sometimes in the mail. Somebody else sent me from North Carolina $25 around Thanksgiving. It helped pay for Thanksgiving food. And then I think they sent me, was it 50 or $100? I want to say $100. Sometime in the spring, this couple, the Turner family from North Carolina. What else? If I'm forgetting something, I'm sorry, but I think that was it. I'm not expecting to get anything else the rest of this year. I mean, I'm sure that anybody who's going to send anything already sent it by now for Christmas. So I checked my box, my P.O. box, and there was nothing the past couple of days. So, and I hadn't checked it for almost a month, and I found all those other gifts in there. So, thank you. But other than that, yeah, that's it. I won't hold my breath, and I won't expect anything, and I won't ask anything. But who knows? Christmas is still a week away, almost 4 days away. So maybe More help is on the way. But still, even that, like I said, I'm not asking for money because as much as I need it to survive and buy food and stuff, it's, I need it. I'm not going to turn it down. I definitely need it. But I'm more concerned about, I would need a heck of a lot of money to be able to buy a mobile home or a home or a condo or something so I can survive. And it's getting to the point where I need big donations, that I need a house. And I need a good career, and I need that kind of help. Everything helps, but I need, in order to survive, I'm going to need a serious amount of money. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do. So, and like I said, I'm not asking, I'm just telling you the truth. And I'm going to pray on it, and I've been praying hard. Lord, send me a home. I need a home. I need a home. I need, or let me win the Powerball or something. I need enough money. I'm not asking to be a multimillionaire. I just need enough money to buy myself a home. There's a couple places I've seen around the areas that I've been for the past couple of years that are really tiny little places, little apartments that are kind of condos, and they were like $40,000 each back in 2015, and now they're almost $200,000 for a 640 square foot apartment / condo to buy. Plus you got to pay the mortgage back, and then you got to pay the overhead, and you got to pay the $200 or $300 a month condo association fees, and so it ends up getting really costly. There's nowhere in Connecticut, I'm telling you right now, I live in Connecticut, there is nowhere right now that you can live, even if it's a one little room studio. People are renting bedrooms out. This is sick. Bedrooms in their homes for $2,000 a month around here. How dare you make someone share your house and a bathroom and give them a bedroom and charge them that used to cover more than a mortgage for a big home a few years ago. Now, just to have a roof over your head and a bed to sleep in, you got to come up with $2,000. How is anybody, what kind of job you have to, what kind of job you have to have? You got to be like a doctor or a lawyer to be able to afford that, because you still have to have gas to get to work, car payments, car insurance, life insurance, cell phone bills, groceries, heating, whatever else you need. Emergencies, like a tire pops on your car, whatever. I mean, you got to be able to buy toiletries, So that would mean that you need to have $3,000 a month coming in order to have a roof over your head and still be able to feed yourself and pay your bills. I don't know. Donna gets that from her Social Security. She was a nurse, highly paid nurse, for 50-something years. So that's why she's got so much money in the bank and $3,000 a month coming in from her Social Security. But the average person who doesn't make a six-figure income like that does not have Social Security of $3,000 coming in a month, or even a net pay of $3,000 a month. Or do they? I mean, am I the only one that doesn't make $3,000 a month? I mean, is that why everything's going up? Is that what everybody pays to live? Because I am way behind. If I only make $800 a month after taxes, how am I supposed to survive on my own and have a home or an apartment? I don't make that kind of money. Even if I work 40 or 80 hours a week, I would have to have a $30 or $40 an hour job to be able to net $2,000-$3,000 a month. And even if I did, how would I be? Okay, I pay that much in rent. What about apartment insurance if they need it? What about car insurance, cell phone, groceries, gas? I travel 20 miles a day, over about 25 miles a day, there and back to work. Every day, 25 miles, round trip, just for work. Are you kidding me? The gas is almost costing me $60 a week in gas at least. $60 out of a $200 paycheck is a large part of my paycheck goes to gas a week just so I can go to work. I mean, I'm terrified. I don't know how I'm going to survive. There's no way. I mean, how could I, with no college, bad credit, disabilities, get a good job that's going to pay enough money to give me $2,000-$3,000 after taxes a month to live on? I don't know how everybody else is doing. They must have seriously good paying jobs, or they have a husband or a wife who's also bringing in serious money, and they're both managing that way. That's how Donna and I survive here. She's got her pay, I put mine in, and we both make do. But the thing that pisses me off is that she gives the extra money that I'm saving her to her daughter. And not because her daughter needs it, but just because she wants to spend it and go out and have fun. And so now I should end up on the street because her daughter wants money. Her daughter is basically putting me out on the street. Killing me because of her darn spending and her selfishness. So, like I said, I've covered everything here. I have spent many nights, sleepless nights this week, racking my brain, trying to come up with a solution that there is not a solution. I need a miracle, literally a miracle at this point. Jesus, you hear me. I'm preaching publicly right now, Lord. Jesus Christ is Lord. Eternal Father, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, please send me the miracle I need so I can live. Otherwise, take me in my sleep, because I cannot survive. There's no way, Father, that I'm going to be able to do this without a serious miracle from somebody. Like, there's just no way. It's Christmas time, Lord. Please, I'm your child. I'm your servant. I try to live for you, to glorify you, to teach people about you. Don't let your servant end up on the street or in the hands of the enemy. Don't let me die, Lord, on the street. Don't let me end up homeless. Please, I have no family. I have no friends. I have nothing really but you. I depend on you for everything. Please send me the help I need. Not just little dribs and drabs just to get by one day at a time, but enough to be able to have a roof over my head. I don't care if it's a tiny home on a little piece of land. I don't care if it's a cabin. I don't care if it's an RV. I don't care if it's a condo or a home. A roof over my head that I can afford and sustain on my own. And a good career, Lord. Send me a good paying career that I can do so that I can afford to maintain my home the rest of my life. I ask you this, Lord, if it be your holy will, in the name of Jesus Christ, your Son, Yeshua HaMashiach. Lord Jesus, I trust in you. Jesus, I trust in you. Jesus, I trust in you. Jesus, please save me. Lord Jesus, I thank you in advance. Jesus, I trust in you. Amen.